Hi, this is Dan from Lathrop Insurance. In this challenging insurance environment, Lathrop Insurance can be your beacon in the storm to help you find the coverage you need at the right price. Now, more than ever, you need a partner in the insurance industry that can work with multiple carriers to make sure you have the right coverage at the right price. Lathrop Insurance carries home, auto, and business insurance and can be reached at 401-596-2525. We've been supporting the local community since 1939, and we look forward to working with you.
Hot summers and cold winters can be unbearable, but D&V Mechanical has the solution for you. As a Mitsubishi Diamond dealer, we provide energy-efficient and personalized comfort solutions for your home. Our experienced technicians will install your new system quickly and efficiently, ensuring your complete satisfaction. Don't suffer through another season of discomfort. Contact D&V Mechanical today for a personalized ductless mini-split installation that fits your lifestyle. D&V Mechanical, your comfort is our top priority. Experience local excellence with RoofRite Roofing in Charlestown, Rhode Island. With over 40 years of unmatched expertise, RoofRite specializes in architectural shingles and holds the prestigious title of GAF Master Elite Installers. Known for their commitment to the community and support for local initiatives, RoofRite is your trusted partner for all of your home's roofing needs. Call today for a free estimate at 401-212-4140.
What's going on, Westerly? It's Patrick down here at the Wireless Zone at Dunn's Corners, Verizon authorized retailer. And right now is the best time to come on in and get a brand new phone. We are offering our hottest new 5G phones, the iPhone 15, the S24 Pixel 8 for free with a trade-in. And the best part is 5G is finally coming down here to Westerly and the surrounding areas. So make sure you're on the best network and get it for free when you're on the right plan. Come see us at 224 Post Road.
Brunch has arrived at Surf Cantina every Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And don't miss our weekly specials like Monday Night Industry Night, Taco Tuesday with DJ Trivia, $1 Wing Wednesdays, Reggae Thursdays, DJs every weekend at 10 p.m., and karaoke on Sundays at 8. Only at Surf Cantina, 15 Canal Street in downtown Westerly. Oh my God.
And we are jumping in live, folks, and it is a good run by the Chargers. Hello, one, hello, all, and here we go. I've been excited all day long. I am the voice, Greg Morano, alongside Ben Barber, producer, owner, and Dave DeAngelis. And we have our intern behind the camera. Yeah, and we're ready to get this thing kicked off. Folks, this matters. This is real. This is live. This is the RPI. The winner gets points, you know what I mean? So this is Westerly versus Chariho. Little rivalry in Chariho. And the Bulldogs started it off nice with a nice return. They're spreading things out. They will be running primarily out of the gun all year long. He's alone in the backfield, he being number 14, Landon Husero.
And this is the season opener for both teams.
Yep, great blocking, and he found his man, strike down the middle. That's one of the different passes you're going to see out of Husero I didn't see last year, and that's the laser where I actually lost the ball there, and he hit the guy right in the belly. So you can spend the whole game talking about him. I'm going to spend a lot of time all year long. I'm going to spread it out. But this is a highly anticipated Bulldog squad, Ben. You got to agree. I mean, I can't even keep up with the articles. I've never dealt with this before.
Absolutely, it's highly anticipated, and today they are facing Chariho, the Chargers, a division below them. It's a Division II matchup versus Division III matchup, and there is number 12 once again for the Bulldogs. That's 2 catches.
Yeah, why don't I have number 12? That's unfortunate. That must be Daniel Cummings. Didn't he switch? Yes, that's exactly who that is, the freshman. Coming off an undefeated Pee Wee season Super Bowl title. Running back, and they put at wide receiver, obviously, with Terrell Hill being the senior running back behind Husero. Here, what do we got for a formation? We got 1 behind Husero, 2 wide on the near side. Goes to Hill. And not much room there. No, still fighting, and tries to get the outside cut down, though. Nice job by the defense. I can grab his number. And number 5 for Chariho. And that's Sawyer Mason. Only a freshman. You young team. I sat down and I don't want to say interview. I talked with one of my favorite coaches in the world who has had an impact on me in life in general, and that's Coach Samaggio. I wish him the best going forward and everything he does, all his endeavors. He truly had an impact on my life, taught me life lessons that I learned slowly, but I learned them. And nice pass. There's the difference. Look at this. As soon as he turned for that out route, that ball was leading him to the sideline. He made the turn up the field. We can't quite get a number on him, but they are throwing right down the field to get things started here, folks.
Absolutely, and that ended up at about the 9-yard line. And it's funny, I'm noticing those yellow markers on the side, those yellow beanbag style markers for the for every 10 yards. It's hard to see the field here at Chariho with the grass.
Hill tries to get off tackle, still running with people. And he'll be inside the 5. I mean, I don't understand why there's no paint on the field at all. I'll move past it. I've been so excited since the moment I woke up. You'd think I was playing or coaching. Couldn't wait for this game. I sat down and thought kickoff was 4:30. So last year, number 14 ended the season with 1,840 yards and 23 passing touchdowns. 168 rushing yards, 2 TDs rushing. Hill behind Husero. We got whistle. And it looks like a Bulldog timeout. So Bulldogs timeout, and they're in 2nd and goal, I do believe. No score here very, very early from Chariho High. And the season opener for both squads. And like I said, it matters. Last year, this would have been called a non-league game. And although technically it is a non-league game, every game from here on out matters. Points earned equate. I have a packet right here, but who wants to be bored with that right now? And I actually kind of understand it, and it makes sense. But it's thick, and this is fun stuff right here. So the Chargers they're kind of doing a little bit of what the Bulldogs did against North Kingstown. They're playing up early, up in class and division is what I'm saying. But this is going to be a game that we see on the schedule yearly, I would imagine, annually, I would imagine. So there's out of the timeout.
Last year's Westerly home opener was against Chariho. That was the first game that we ever called together, Greg.
And got him in the end zone, touchdown. Time behind them, beautiful throw, great protection. And we saw good protection in the scrimmage versus North Kingstown as well. They just went down the field like a hot knife through butter right there. Slow huddle, I call it, really. They didn't run a huddle, but they weren't in high, intense, fast no huddle. And Usero just picked them apart kind of. And then if you drop an extra DB back, he'll beat you. He'll beat you, there's no doubt. He'll get his 5 to 8, and then if you don't wrap, it'll turn into a long run.
And they're going for 2 here. He rolls out to his right,
look at
and
the
they
throw
get
away
it.
From the man, oh man. If these guys catch the ball this year, they're going to have a what do you do defensively? I mean, Terrell Hill is good. He really is good. We've all watched him. And now the offensive line playing great. The return of Michael Barton helps out hugely. Out all last year with an injury. And so they kind of had to do a lot of stuff to replace him. They had play Rico Sposato, who's now graduated, but he had to play both sides of the line. Great lineman for the Bulldogs. Would have been great to not have him have to play every minute of every game. That's tiring, to say the least. Absolutely. But we got an 8-0 lead early here, Ben. What do you think?
I think that it's going to be an uphill battle today for the Chargers. I'm looking forward to it. I'm reminiscing about my days playing on this field as a Chariho Charger myself. It's a big game. It's a game that we never officially played back when I was in high school or back when you were in high school, I don't believe. Chariho had just gotten a football team right about then. And
the year after I graduated, 1998.
Yeah,
so
well,
98 they got it.
Yep, and I played in 2001, so we are 3 years in.
Which is tough.
Absolutely. I was on the first team. I was on the first Chariho Chargers team to ever make the playoffs in 2002, and
nice.
Yeah, so it was.
That's big. That's huge. Those are things that, like I said, memories that are imprinted in your brain. You know what I mean? The good ones, the good times.
Absolutely. Last year, the Chargers finished 1-10 overall, but they did win their final game of the year last year on Thanksgiving against East Greenwich.
They're only dressing 4 seniors, Ben. So, I mean, coaches hate when you call them a rebuild. Nice job by the D-line. Andre Adams, first on the scene. They only have 4 seniors. So, this is a young team. They early on were very short on numbers as well when I had talked to the coach. They definitely expanded more than they had at the time.
Well, yeah, and I see during the injury fund game, there was no number 74 when we saw them last week at the injury fund game in Westerly against South Kingstown. There was no number 74, which was my number when I played, which is why I was curious last week. And there was no number 74 on the field. There is a number 74 lined up. Looks like the left guard today.
They have 4 starting freshmen. Donahue at fullback, Spears in the backfield's a freshman. Another freshman's Etchels. I'm trying to read my notes that I tried to keep while I spoke with Samaggio.
I ran into
I love the man. He's a great man.
Absolutely. I ran into a former Charger teammate this morning over at Fresh Cup. Keith Lambrex, shout out to Moose.
Yeah, those are some good guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Keith Lambrex.
Big dudes. Boy, he's in good shape.
Absolutely. I believe he's now a Hopkinton police officer.
Yeah, he's a police officer, yep. What a good guy he is. Let me tell you, I only met him a few times, and he was just a great guy. Just definitely a fit man. You don't want to be alongside of him. But mellow, I loved it. So we got at quarterback, Felker was the initial idea this year, which is number 1.
Luke Felkner.
Yeah.
He's a junior.
That's who I was told. Yep. So that's who they got at quarterback. Once I got these highlighted folks, we'll be good to go throughout the season whenever I'm around to even do these. But obviously, I'm figuring things out as we go. They run the wing T. They run the base wing T. We run an expanded version of the wing T. I ran the base wing T. Our team actually went down to Delaware to have the University of Delaware teach us the Delaware wing T. And did it work? Absolutely. Back-to-back state championship appearances. It definitely worked. They run the exact same offense, terminology included. I can call the plays as I watch them. That scares the heck out of me because it worked in 98, and now we're looking at 25 years later.
And we're going third and long right here.
Straight back, no on the block throws, and nowhere.
And that was that a fumble?
No, he tried to get away. He got away from the first sack attempt.
That was a fumble and a Bulldogs recovery.
No kidding.
That looked like a fumble and a Bulldogs recovery. I'll ask Dave for clarification on that.
It sure looks like they're moving the chains that way, Ben. They're not excited, but yeah, you're right. Well, I'm excited. What the heck? I didn't see the ball. I thought he actually broke the tackles for a couple more yards. You're right, though, Ben. Right off the sidelines. Business-like approach. I mean, I'll give him that. Big spot here for Chariho. They really got to try to hold him to a 3-point attempt. I mean, easier said than done. No one in the backfield. Hughes throw flushed out for the first time. Throws it away. Smart move. Great job. I mean, no one there. Why push it? You just got a great opportunity in the red zone again to expand your lead. And his field IQ for a freshman was that of a senior. And we'll get into where he's been, where he's going. I mean, he was just on the sidelines of Boston College, Brown University. He's a busy young man, and he's earned it. He went to camps at URI, Maryland, BC, UConn, Brown. Caught, wrapped up. I think they can get you first down. I don't know where it is. Yeah, they can get it off the 2-yard line.
And that was Cummings again, number 12.
Yeah, you'll see. I have a feeling you're going to see him slide out of wide receiver next year into the backfield where he came up as. But as a coach, because I know that's exactly. I mean, what else? That's a perfect idea. I mean, it's a one back at most offense they run. Hill's definitely your guy, so why not take the athleticism that came up, as well as Landon's younger brother. When he gets his chances as a freshman, he's going to make plays for the team.
I believe we just had an ineligible receiver downfield. The Bulldogs are backed up.
Incomplete there. You're right. Yep, man. I didn't see the flag. I don't understand why they didn't line the field down. It's annoying me. They could have called me. I'd have done it.
So the field does have lines on it. I can see the lines. They are just incredibly weak, especially with the sun that is beating down on us right now. The sun might.
14.
It does look like 3rd and 14. The sun is not harsh, but it is directly in the line of sight of the camera, which is never a great sign. But we do what we do. We do what we can do. You know what I mean?
They're green again. I mean, we're waiting on a whistle to start back up here.
We definitely get a little spoiled here. Fusaro.
Screen pass. And couldn't make connection. He had the D-line fooled. They were all coming. They committed. The right call at the right time. Now what do the Bulldogs do here? That was 4th down? Oh, wait. No.
That was 3rd down, I believe.
That's what I thought, yeah.
We were a little spoiled with last night with Palmer Field and obviously with everything in Westerly at the beautiful brand new Bulldogs field, Salajiri Field, with the turf and the beautiful lines and stuff. But there's something special, like you and Jacob have said, like there's something special about playing on grass. And, that's going to make this game here at Chariho really fun tonight for everybody involved.
I mean, I don't want to say much about it, but obviously the initial studies and everything showed that turf was better. But now that they've come to, turf's been around prevalently for 25 years, I'd say, when it really got its start. And it creates more injuries in the long run. I hate to say it. And in trouble, keeps his balance, can't throw it away, though, loses a lot of yards. So the offensive line failed him there. He kept his footing as long as he could. But, man, look at the markers. He lost 15, 20 yards, and now you punt. No, that was 4th down. Oh, no.
That was 4th down. They had a false start earlier.
Good for the Chargers. Good for the Chargers here. We're a neutral station. And I'm going to be honest with you, I want to see a great game if it's going to be that way, truly. That was a tough play. What's Landon supposed to do? It was a jailbreak, they would call that. And strong legs by Landon. Took a lot to bring him down. But no escaping. So the Chargers have it down by 8. Folks, I'm so excited this football season. It has started. And in the backfield immediately, our defensive line is the first game, but is already touted as one of the best in the state. Hill, the first on the scene. You're going to hear Andre Adams. You're going to hear Michael Poole. There's one other one that I've been looking for earlier. I'll find his name up here.
Calvin Hill was in the mix last year for
Jack Speranza.
Calvin Hill along with Jack Speranza. Calvin Hill, Jack Speranza, one other name I can't remember, and Landon
Andre Adams led the state with 12 sacks last year.
They were all freshmen last year, and they were all in the running for that best freshman in Rhode Island on the Sports Illustrated poll.
Good for Coach Cesato because Speranza didn't come in as a D lineman, and he's a menace. He's a real pain in the butt for offenses. And the pump, the throw, it was a screen idea, but man, oh man, the Bulldogs are there. Quick defense by the Bulldogs, and they didn't really bite. You can see that they were back. They realized at the last second. So the Chargers now with 3rd and 16 again. They're running a base wing tee. The wing tee is this. Everybody runs some form of it in reality. What we ran in high school, I went to Salve Regina, and we're going to get into this whole story later when they compared him to Liam Cohen. Because that's a huge connection with myself and a few Westerly guys. And here we go. Let's get the play. It's 3rd and a miracle. 3rd and 16 for a non-throwing offense. Their pass plays are generally a waggle, and they run 3 guys the same way. He's rolling. There's nowhere to go over the top.
That was a great move there.
Nice move. And that move gave him a 1st down. What a play. Number 5 again. And give the credit to the quarterback as well. Number 5, Sawyer Mason. You just got your Sharpie on your name, buddy. Without a doubt. He's been in on a few plays, special teams included. And a nice job by the quarterback hanging in across his body. And it was an out route, and the wide receiver was covered. So he just bailed and took off upfield. Great field vision by the quarterback, and boom.
Sawyer Mason is a sophomore.
Tackle. Look at him go. Look at him go. Oh, my God. Look at him go. It takes Hill and the entire team he ran through. Holy smokes, folks. This Bulldog team's going to take them seriously, Ben. I'm telling you right now. This is a dog fight if you really want to hear it. That was impressive. I hope there were no flags. But it certainly looks like they're going back.
There was no whistle.
And we can hear.
Yeah, this is interesting. They're not going to get that play. I wasted all my voice for that. That's incredible.
Wow. There was no whistle. You hear the people in the booths. I don't know if those are coaches or.
So the play would have been called in a replay on the inadvertent whistle.
There are also members of WBLQ up there, so I'm not sure who we're hearing necessarily, but our cameras are directly close to the coaches on that side.
I know what happened. When he was in that pile, there was a whistle, and
he dropped it. Stopped. He dropped it there on the other side.
Yeah. Fourth down, and we are definitely picking up a little bit of a feed from the Chariho coach. So the Bulldogs, they'll set up in about a 3-man line. They run a little bit of a cloud. They'll run a 3-6-2 on you. They're not really the Chargers, though. Not a team like this. They're not going to run a 4-man front right here. I mean, the Chargers, like I said, just base pass plays. It's not a lot. From behind, immediately flushed out of, and that's got the throw off. Did we get it out of the ground?
Did not get an interception there, but almost.
Problems on both ends there for Chariho. Poole comes right through like an animal, and secondary was there for coverage. And now, I can't see the down mark. I'm trying to keep track of it. Our cameraman's doing a fantastic job, so honestly, you can't ask for anything better.
Yeah, Andrew Onick doing a great job.
Lisa is our barometer, and he's doing Lisa caliber job right here. I miss Lisa. I don't know where she is on a Friday night with us.
Well, Lisa's at home. She covered Stonington for us last night in the first ever 3-2-1 Stonington game, and that was not a memorable one. Hopefully for Stonington, definitely one that you want to forget. And not sure if that was a timeout or the end of the first quarter. I believe it's probably the end of the first quarter.
We just got to see the scoreboard. Let us know.
Yep. Andrew, can you let us know if that is the end of the first quarter?
Timeout, it says on the screen. We got timeout on the field. Bulldogs, boom, open the game up. I don't know why it says 0-0. It's 8-0 Westerly, folks, if you're just tuning in. I am the voice, Greg Morano.
3 minutes and 27 seconds left, by the way, in the first.
Yeah, 8-0 on the bottom. I'm the voice, Greg Morano. You got Ben Barber here by my side, the producer-owner. Dave DeAngelis, producer-owner, doing all the work behind the scenes. We got Andrew, our intern, doing the filming for us in the absence of Lisa. And you got some Bulldogs and Chargers opening day football, folks. It is an absolutely beautiful afternoon, early game, difficult to get to. That's why we're here. That's where we come in, folks. And the Bulldogs
are set to receive
back in the safe
here.
Coverage. They're going to let it go. They never wanted to catch it. And it bounces, bad bounce for the Chargers. Bulldogs in good starting field position. Now you're going to see a sun issue.
Back when I played, the Chargers lined up on the other side of the field. So back when I played, we were always right next to the home crowd on the opposite side, which is just an interesting observation from me.
No, you're
something
correct.
I was curious about.
Their own cheerleaders are on the other side of the field. You're right.
Yeah, that was something we always set up on the opposite side of the field.
Here we go. I love watching our offense. I can't wait to watch this young man work. Hands it off the hill to the left side. Not a lot, but he's going to get around the corner. And man, oh man, this is the conundrum. He's on his feet. Still on his feet. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh.
Goodness.
You telling me this team ain't dangerous? What do you do, Ben? Do you play to stop him? Because I'll tell you right now, we have a national prospect by the name of Landon Houston, number 14, a national prospect. I get butterflies in my stomach because I want to do a good enough job covering this kid, and I haven't had to do that as a defense. Do you step another man up on the line to cover him? Because Houston will kill you if you do. So, I mean, there you go right there. Like, it makes those run plays available just because of who you have at quarterback. And now is the time that he can go to the top if he wanted, because they got to step up and worry about Hill. But there's a penalty.
And another,
Holding
there was a penalty. I did hear. Yep.
But everything I said still stands. I mean, it's
So one of the questions that I have, and another story that's in this game, that's happening in this game right now, is that the coaching situation right now is a little bit of student and teacher. And Coach Spizzato obviously had Coach Samaggio as a coach back in the day. And that'll be very interesting to see how that plays out.
So the Bulldogs,
looks like they went long and missed it on that.
Yeah, did they punt? No. Look for the home run here. So an early 8-0, and then another opportunity right after that, and it kind of squandered. So let's see what the Bulldogs, in a little bit of jam here. They're at third and looks like the set of 10 here. Opening day, and I can't get over it. And he gives it to Hill up to shoot, and not much there. So it's going to bring up 4th down and 5. And a decision by Coach Spizzato right here. Do you trust your defense? I would. Folks, tune in tomorrow morning, 9 to 11, Sports Talk with myself and Ben Barber. We're going to have Coach Spizzato on. We're going to have Coach Luzzy on. We're going to have Jay Bradburn on. He's going to update us on the Pee Wee situation, which is there's still talent flowing through. A couple undefeated teams. One of them had to squeak by, but you're seeing players on the field right now. Daniel Cummings in one of them. Handle to Hill, chop down quick.
And now it will
Daniel
be 4th
Cummings
down.
in one of them. Yeah, that's going to create a decision. I think they're going to go 4th and 3. And you got a couple freshmen right from last year's Super Bowl winning team in. So the Pee Wee programs, there's an influx of great athletes. And to have a prospect like you have, like we have, I mean, I had no idea the caliber of places he was being invited to. I'm looking at, and he's been to the camp. I have that list as well. And he does such a professional job with keeping up with everything. I mean, he's been invited to Syracuse. He's been to Maryland. He's been to UConn. He's been to BC. He's been to Brown. And he's a sophomore. I don't even think he has a driver's license yet. It's incredible.
So if you were playing right now, if you back in the day,
What did I miss, Ben?
I don't know how they got a first down either. I'm just gonna
pull, and they got the nice job on that pull. That was a off tackle trap on the inside of them, and a nice job pulling. Created a little bit of a hole. I'll tell you what, Terrell's a load. I mean, he's fast and he can make himself skinny. Swivel hips, I like to call him. I saw him in PDs. But he can lower his shoulder now and drag. I mean, even though that play got called back, that really happened in real life. So, I mean, you got to get him low. It's the only way they're going to take him down. And with him being an issue, you're forgetting the Bulldogs' best asset, and that's their throwing game. So, I mean, he's going to put some teams in some problems. We got 4 wide receivers today. Well, really 3 in a wing. Little snaps, got to look the other way.
Oh!
And
my God! He got the deflection.
Yeah,
he caught his own deflection,
and
that's going to end up being a sack.
If he didn't catch it, it would have been
an incomplete pass. Yeah. Landon Husero trying to make things happen.
Your natural reaction.
And they did convert. They did convert that 3rd down with a pass play.
Nothing's out of the question with this kid at quarterback. Nothing is at all. I got their season preview.
It's another 3rd and long here, I believe.
Yeah, but I mean, long for him that's the quarter. It's got to be.
That is the quarter. Yep.
So one of the books, folks. Opening day, Bulldogs knock off 8 points almost immediately. Chargers wake up, start to play. That's where we stand. Bulldogs 8, Chargers 0. We will be back in a few moments.
Experience local excellence with Roof Right Roofing in Charlestown, Rhode Island. With over 40 years of unmatched expertise, Roof Right specializes in architectural shingles and holds the prestigious title of GAF Master Elite Installers. Known for their commitment to the community and support for local initiatives, Roof Right is your trusted partner for all of your home's roofing needs. Call today for a free estimate at 401-212-4140.
Hi, this is Dan from Lathrop Insurance. In this challenging insurance environment, Lathrop Insurance can be your beacon in the storm to help you find the coverage you need at the right price. Now, more than ever, you need a partner in the insurance industry that can work with multiple carriers to make sure you have the right coverage at the right price. Lathrop Insurance carries home, auto, and business insurance and can be reached at 401-596-2525. We've been supporting the local community since 1939, and we look forward to working with you.
Hot summers and cold winters can be unbearable, but D&V Mechanical has the solution for you. As a Mitsubishi Diamond dealer, we provide energy-efficient and personalized comfort solutions for your home. Our experienced technicians will install your new system quickly and efficiently, ensuring your complete satisfaction. Don't suffer through another season of discomfort. Contact D&V Mechanical today for a personalized ductless mini-split installation that fits your lifestyle. D&V Mechanical, your comfort is our top priority.
What's going on, Wes?
And we are back, folks, at Charger Stadium, we're going to call it. And the Bulldogs they did something good, folks, during the commercial. See, if I was at home watching like the 49ers when that happened, I would make sure the rest of the game was a commercial. But we don't do that here. And a handoff. Nice job on
and a fumble.
That's not good.
And the Chargers pick it up.
Yep, certainly do.
So the Chargers are going to get the ball deep into their own territory.
Now, this is what the problem that a lot of teams are going to run into. Its names Andre Adams, Michael Poole, Michael Barton, Marcellus Scott, and Damon Uva. Three of them, Andre Adams, Michael Poole, Michael Barton, and Damon Uva. They're your captains. But all of those, that's your defensive line, and they're pretty menacing. They really are. They do a heck of a job. They're part of your offensive line as well. And defensively, that's where I think they're going to swarm Chariho a little bit. It'll be different once they get in their division. It's going to be different. But they are really going to put Chariho being able to keep it within one possession is huge because you can break a play out of the wing T. And he's rolled. That's a waggle, 742 waggle.
We saw a big play on this.
Yeah, that's the corner route. They got him. That's really one of like only 3 or 4 plays, pass plays they run out of that. We knew that was coming. It literally is called, Ben, the 742 waggle. 7 was the play action. 4 is your route man. 2 is the hole that he rolled to, which is the wide side of the field. And they just ran it. It's 3 routes. It's a drag route. There's an out to the other side, and then there's a corner that we just saw them connect on. We had to have known that was coming. I mean, that, like I said, that's their bread and butter out of that kind of an offense. That's what we ran in the 1900s.
And that was an amazing
problem.
And Max Marshall, the senior.
Oof. And a new addition, Max Speranza. He's new. He plays D tackle and O tackle. Jack Speranza, sophomore. He was a menace last year. The biggest one, one of the biggest ones in the state is Andre Adams. He really is. He's just fantastic. This D line does a nice job of not over pursuing. They get their yard and locate the ball. So you're not going to fool them with a lot of screen passes or draw plays. And again, those are things that the base wing T, that's what we're going to call Chargers. They run a base wing T. And you need to run screens, you need to run draws, and the Bulldog defense isn't going to allow that. But they need to have a safety over the top. 4-man line. And that's going to go nowhere, so it's going to be 3rd and long. Far side of the field, going to be on the hash and a little angle. So it's going to be 3rd and I guess 13-ish. So the Bulldogs really haven't started out great offensively. And we have a timeout on the field. There you go. We heard the announcer, 3rd and 14. After the timeout, Bulldogs 1-possession game, folks. Anybody's game. The Chargers are playing up, but the Bulldogs is irrelevant. The Bulldogs have a daunting schedule. However, their eyes are on the prize, straight up state title aspirations. I see the words right in front of me. As far as their season preview goes, there's no rebuild or anything like that. And it's going to be like that for the next 3 years. you got someone special behind the center like you have, and the young man, he worked on his craft the entire year, like a lot of these young players did. The linemen did. These guys play a year, not quite the camp site he went to, but they do play year round. They do have trainers, and they do a lot more work than I did, and I was considered a hard worker back in the day. You know what I mean? We didn't have spring football anywhere, and now it's almost it's pulls from other sports, you would think, but look at the championships other sports again.
Luke
So,
Felkner
both of-
lining up behind center right now, and he's going to roll out again. They're looking for another play over here, and he threw it away. Had nothing going there. Number 5 was double covered.
Yeah, he has to roll out because our D line is just crashing two ends. So he's got to get out around them and hope he can find somebody open. But this is going to be a punt here as the shade starts to shadow the field. That doesn't affect us, but it will affect them. Theoretically. Look at the crowd, man. I mean, all the way around.
Yeah.
Standing crowd wrapping the field. This is a big deal. And I'm telling you right now, it's a big deal for Chariho that they're only down 8-0. I mean, honestly, if they could run out the whole clock for the half, they would. And you asked them before the game, how would you feel with an 8-0 deficit to the half? They'd have took it.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, we saw a very lopsided game last night with a high octane offense of Killingly that really took over the game immediately against Stonington. Stonington was playing up 2 divisions, and right now the Chargers are, I'm sure, very happy about how their defense is holding up. Their offense has had a couple big plays. They haven't really been able to get into a rhythm, but
we haven't either. A lot of flags.
Yeah. So Westerly has had a lot of flags. There's been a bunch of flags on both sides actually, and Chariho is gonna try to start something here, but not.
Give it back to
Well,
us. We blocked the
a punt, and that's going to be
good. Picked up and stumbling forward and down. Did he get in? That's Andre Adams. And he is down just shy of the end zone. If I had a line, I would tell you where. What a play. Did the Bulldogs ever need it? I was just going to say they're excited. They may get the ball around midfield. And boom, I want to see who blocked. It was Andre Adams the whole way.
Well, now we have a situation, and now we have a situation where the Chargers have given the Bulldog. The Chargers had a turnover to start this drive, and they've ended up with a turnover on a punt that has given the Bulldogs the exact same field position as they had before the turnover. Yeah, so this is the exact same field position.
There's Hill. He's going to ducks his head. And
there's another flag on the play.
Man. Oh, my gosh.
Another flag on the play.
I'm not looking for a short game, but. Yeah, I honestly, we're going to have fun watching some of them Stonington games because that's not even a close matchup. You wouldn't want to see that on our field at all. And that matchup for them, yeah, it's points, but they are still, like, as far as playoffs go, could easily be a playoff team. They had no opportunity last night to get into that rhythm offense, I was telling you, and they're going to bounce back from that. There's no doubt about it. Killingly was a machine.
Yes, definitely.
So out of the gun, one back behind him. It's obviously Hill. We got one out to the far side, rolling that way, looking for him. Fires and got a nope, a little too far out. Number 12, the intended receiver. That's our man Daniel Cummings. Third down now, I think, and goal. There's no other sticks up, so third and goal. And that's it. With this Bulldog offense, you can do anything. You can do anything. You could run 4 wide, no one in the backfield. They're going to keep it a little tighter. One on each side, one behind. And you got your slot on the left here, so hand off to Hill. And he cut straight up. He would have been in low hole anyway. Did he get in? I hope he did. There was a hole there. He didn't. He's kind of stretching it just a little bit too far. He's there, and then the holes look straight up. He would need to make a cut about a 70-degree cut, but there has been a gap on both of those runs, and he's kind of tried to ride it off tackle a little bit too much. If he cuts inside the tackle, it's there.
This is 3rd and goal right now. Chargers trying to make the stand here.
And he'll get off tackle. And can he stay alive? No. It's not going to work. Off tackle again. They tried to the other side.
Do the Bulldogs have a kicker? We haven't seen when they scored.
Pee-wee-wise, they can boot the ball. I don't know who they have. This is if the Chargers come away with 3 or less here, that the momentum has then done shifted because
looks like we have a
this
player
hasn't
down.
been an impressive. This hasn't been an impressive start offensively for the Bulldogs, even though they're up 8. I mean, they've had the ball inside the 10. This is the 3rd time.
And Hill just came up. Hill just came off the field. We hope that he's okay. And this is 4th down.
Roll into the short side. Jump throw. Out of bounds.
And that's a turnover on downs right there. Unless there was a.
That was a really weird scenario, and I thought there was a whistle that blew it dead, to be honest with you, Ben, but it wasn't. So I'm unimpressed at the moment. I'm not going to be hard on him, but it's early in the year. I'm not unimpressed with his throw. I just mean offensively. I think we tightened up a little bit there. 1st and goal from the 5 or so, got none. That's now you're leaving it on your defense, which is fully capable.
And now the Chargers find themselves back in the same exact position that they were in after the turnover. We've had a situation now where the Bulldogs turned the ball over.
Yeah, they sent everybody, look at this.
The Bulldogs turned the Bulldogs turned the ball over in the red zone. The Chargers got the ball back up to about midfield and then turned the ball over on a punt. And they turned the ball over on the punt. They ended up again with a goal line situation for the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs turned it over on downs. We've been playing this entire 2nd quarter at this location on the field right now.
Everything you just said is dead on. I mean, forget anything but count the flags and the opportunities missed when you go in the locker room at halftime. And they're in a jam. The wing tee is not meant to be run from the 2-yard line. I promise you that. And oh boy, they got the end zone.
And
our D line is one of the best in the state of Rhode Island. I mean, they're going to get better as the year goes on. So is everybody on the field. They really are. I think our offensive line is doing a pretty good job. I think the secondary for Chariho is hanging on pretty good. I mean, every incomplete pass, it's not because of location. We've hit 2 wide open guys. And
that does to appear that appears to have been a safety, yeah. Yep. So that was a safety indeed.
And we get it back on a free kick. See if they punt it or kick it. They have the choice. In the NFL, a lot of people go with the punt option due to the hang time. There's no return. Generally, your whole team is on there, so they wait for a fair catch. Kickoffs, you're kicking off, but you look how deep you are. So they're going to get the ball in midfield if you kick it off in high school.
Now, I'm wondering, in the NFL, with the kickoff rule change this year, did they also change the safety kick, the punt after the? Did they also change that for after a safety?
I don't know, but it was fun to watch before they changed the rule, but completely understandable why they don't allow 9 players on one side of the field to just have 8 of them smash everybody and one of them get the leftover ball. That's what the idea was. Was on an outside kick, you overload one side and you get like a 7-on-3 matchup, and then you have 2 ball hawks that come in behind and get it. So the Bulldogs have it coming to the near side around the corner, and a little bit of room. That's Cummings finally taken down at, I have no idea the yard line, but midfieldish. So 10-0 Bulldogs. We're moving along here in quarter number 2, and it's been a pretty good battle. I mean, I still in my head think the Bulldogs are going to pull away, but I'm going to give credit to the Chargers thus far. There's no rhythm behind what the Bulldogs have done.
High school sports is interesting because you have a very normal football score right now, but you got there with a safety.
Such an
It's
abnormal way.
it's 10-0. I'm like,
oh,
it's 10-0. That feels weird. I'm used to seeing.
pop, throw, bang. Oh, good. He got it off the tip. On his feet still. Off the defender and himself. And number 1 for the Bulldogs, Jake Karen. What a play. Off his hands, the defender's hands, and back into his. And the Bulldogs with a huge gain back in the red zone. Can they get themselves fired up against the points? Or just out of the red zone, they're in the area. Sometimes it's the pepper behind the pass, too, I think. And throughout the season, receivers, they're going to get more, they'll become a more cohesive unit, the offense of the Bulldogs. I mean, that's a new thing to his game, in my opinion. His arm strength's incredible. His calm, his presence in the pocket, never panic. Number 14, I'm referring to Landon Husero, voted the preseason Division II Player of the Year. Trying to get to the corner, cuts it back up, and here's the marker. We'll see. But yeah, number 14, Landon Husero, he was voted Rhode Island preseason Division II Player of the Year, preseason Division II All-State. He broke records, all the records last year. He's already been to the sidelines of Syracuse, BC. I think Maryland, I know UConn, I know Brown. So we have this weapon behind us here that gives this team, the sky is the limit. It really is. Caught,
and that's going to be a touchdown.
No, passing touchdown for Husero. That's number 21, Calvin Hill. Boom, boom, just like that, makes it 16. So when you have the Bears in a beautiful goal line stand, everything's looking good, and now it's not looking great. Say that so far they've scored 8 off the safety, and they can go for 1 or 2 here. It'll either be 9 or 10 because of the safety.
Yeah, and I'm guessing from what we've seen so far from the Bulldogs that they're going to go for 2. I do not believe that they have a place kicker that that they're putting a lot of faith in. Otherwise, they would probably be kicking it. So Husero drops back and gets the 2. No, he does not get the 2. There was a drop there. So
I'll tell you right now, that will matter later. That'll matter later, man. That'll kill a season. You don't need a great kicker. You need a capable extra point kicker. And high school football, there's no doubt.
Absolutely.
That brings down really good teams in the playoffs when you're at the 7-yard line and it's 4th and goal. You're down by 2, but you can't kick it because you don't trust nobody. So you got to gain 7 yards rather than just winning it with a kick. I've seen it time and time again.
Maybe Coach Luzzy can can let them borrow somebody from the soccer team as the season goes on.
Yeah, absolutely. I know the Speranza, they can kick the heck out of the ball in PBs. Well, I didn't really know where it was going, but it was up and out there. I mean, I love the guys. I do. I love them, and they're crazy. Look at him on the D-line. It's ravaging. He was a freshman, he was, and now he's a sophomore. And he got his brother in for the first year. He's playing linebacker and running back, Max Speranza. Jack is going to be an asset for 3 years. I have his accolades, the All-State people to my left.
And you said that was Calvin Hill on the touchdown reception earlier, correct?
It looks like number 21 to me.
Yeah. So that's sophomore Calvin Hill. So a sophomore to sophomore connection there. And that was Husero's second passing touchdown of the year.
Thank you. That's what I was looking for, Ben. I got a whiteboard over here. I'm trying to keep track of that.
I'm assuming that we don't count injury fund statistics.
Nope.
So second passing touchdown of the year for Landon Husero. And the Chargers here are going to try to get something going. They would definitely
you want to be behind it either. It's really a grinded out offense. We spread it out like the Bulldogs do now. I mean, we would run in college 4 wide with 1 man in the backfield, and you can run a guard trap out of that, and you would just spread the entire defense. Doesn't matter what formation you're in. You can still run a base guard trap. You can do anything. Luke Arnold was prolific, had an all-American career, honest to God. And when they say that, I have the article, they said that Landon Husero is the best quarterback prospect since Liam Cohen. Now, here's where my connection comes in. Coach Cohen was my college football coach, and he ran a wide-open, crazy wing tee. And we met Liam. He used to come to practice. He was only like 12 or 13 years old. right before he got into high school. And then Coach Cohen, after I graduated, he stopped at Salvia and went and coached LaSalle. And I don't think they lost a game for 4 years with Liam at quarterback. Nice
And that's a beautiful run there. Beautiful run
Still
after
up,
the
Ben.
catch. And
Holy
he's going to,
moly.
yeah.
So I got to finish this. So he ends up, an injury brought him down, and he ends up St. Louis Rams offensive coordinator. I think it was during the Super Bowl year. I don't want to make up things, but I know he had that, and he is currently the Tampa Bay Buccaneers offensive coordinator, not assistant, no pre-label. He is the offensive coordinator. So to get comments like that, that's incredible, and that was 20 years ago. So they're saying he's the best prospect in 20 years.
So Husero here rolls out, and he gets that one back over to Hill again. Calvin Hill again, and they make good on the fumble recovery on the kickoff, and they score another 6, and is there a flag?
All I know is I would not want to be the defensive coordinator trying to stop this offense because I hate to keep harping on it when you got a man of such talent commanding it. They're going to do damage this year, Ben. It's going to be a lot of fun. It is going to be a lot of fun. I love Coach DiMaggio, so you're going to hear me yelling and screaming a lot less this game, but it's in me. I don't have fingernails left, but it's not an offense set to come back. They don't have a big arm. Felker is the returning QB. He's the second-year starter. And number 12.
Nice camera work there. So the 2 points are good.
So that safety cost them 10, the max that they could get off of it. The Bulldogs did. So they score 8 quick, kind of going a little low that I'm sure the coaches weren't too happy about. But then bang, bang, they're going to add 10. So the Chargers returning 4 out of 5 linemen. They have a sophomore captain on their team. Sawyer Mason, you said his name a few times. We all have number 5. That kid's only a
There was a penalty on that. They're going to have to redo the.
They did. Ball's loose. Bulldogs got it. Extra point is good. Hard way, but it's good. Terrell Hill on the right spot at the right time. I think. I see his arm still out. Yeah, official.
So there were 2 penalties, and the score now is still 22-24. It's 22-0. 22-0 is still the score, and there was a penalty on that touchdown that we called. Yep. So there was a penalty on that, and there was just a penalty just now. And they're going to go for their second attempt at the 2-point conversion here.
Yeah, 4 wide to the right. They have flooded the right side of the field. They have 5 wide receivers, 1 to the left, 1 back. No backs in the back. Out of the gun, Husero takes a snap, looks to his left, back to his right, third read. And what a spot! Did he catch it? He didn't keep it in his hand. Man, he split 3 defenders. Holy moly, but the Bulldogs stand 22-0, and Chargers got to answer. They got to answer pretty quick. I don't know if you want to go on a quick break while they reset, but Westerly 22, Chariho 0, season opener, folks.
Brunch has arrived at Surf Cantina every Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And don't miss our weekly specials like Monday Night Industry Night, Taco Tuesday with DJ Trivia, $1 Wing Wednesdays, Reggae Thursdays, DJs every weekend at 10 p.m., and karaoke on Sundays at 8. Only at Surf Cantina, 15 Canal Street in downtown Westerly.
And we are back. The Bulldogs set to kick off. And we haven't even really talked about the freshman, number 11, goes by the name of Alan Husero, who is Landon's younger brother by a year. And Alan, I watched go through BBs, and he didn't beat every receiving record. He demolished them. Yardage, touchdown receptions, everything. At the junior level and then again at the senior level. They're gonna work his way into this, but for the next few years, you are going to hear about a Husero to Husero connection. He's not bigger. He's not necessarily faster. Strength, probably not. He reminds me of Jerry Rice. It's crazy because Jerry Rice used to run those mountains and everything, but he wasn't a fast 4.2, wasn't the strongest guy in the world. He ran precise routes, had the best releases off the line of scrimmage, and I know he's got a personal trainer teaching him just that at the Pee-wee level. So I expect a lot of highlights coming out between those two. He also got an article in the Providence Journal, Players to Watch. He was the number one there, a lot of Bulldogs, and finally down, not sure exactly the yard line, but the Providence Journal listed him. He was the first person listed as freshman to watch in Rhode Island. That's a huge honor. It's just all excitement, man. It's something I really haven't experienced. And it's really cool. It's a cool thing to see. And I'm glad to see Michael Barton back on the field. That was a big hit for the Bulldogs last year. They had Matthew Garofalo, the captain, coming off of a neck shoulder surgery, and being short Michael Barton. It was a tough go around. They got Speranza, who is another year in, number 50, and Andre Adams, number 52, from the edge over here. You can see him on the left defensive end. Bulldogs running pretty much a three-man front. They're showing blitz. They could back off.
That kickoff, by the way, was returned by Nate Cortella, who was a big bright spot. And that's going to be a huge play.
Where is the safety? There he is. That's Hill catching him. He's a corner. What happened to the safety? He bit on the handoff. And how could that going to happen? It happened. Nice play by the Chargers, man.
Max Marshall, again, the wide receiver for the Chargers, the senior. He's having a heck of a day. It hasn't resulted in points yet, but he has had two massive plays from the wide receiver position.
They bet on the play action fake. They could caught their eyes in the backfield. And by that time, the tight end had gotten over the top, and it was a beautiful throw. This quarterback can throw the ball. He's a senior, and he's been doing it for 2 years. He put that perfectly over the shoulder. I'm not sure what signal is. I can't honestly tell you where that's.
Calvin Hill with the tackle there. Calvin Hill has been all over this game.
Heck yeah. Good for him, too. Is he listed as a newer player this year?
Well, no, he was. So, like I said, Calvin Hill last year was one of the 4 freshmen for the Bulldogs that was nominated for the Sports Illustrated Freshman of the Year in Rhode Island. Along with Speranza and Husero, and there was one other, and I'm so sorry I can't remember their name.
1-yard gain. Going to make it 3rd and 4.
Third and
22
4
to nothing. I mean, the Bulldogs are trudging their way through. It's early in the year. It's early. I mean, and this is a penalty-laden game. That's got to be cleaned up a little bit on both ends. I mean, but we're worried about the Bulldogs here, I do think, on this feed. I don't know. But there's been too many flags on the Bulldogs. Definitely. I mean, they're a flow scenario, and Houston was bailing them out.
Another rollout, and that one, he's just...
No good. Oh, that's all they can really do. The only thing they do in the pocket on a basement tee is run that pop pass to the tight end. I say a pop pass back in the 80s, that's what it was called. Play action, you hand off, you pray that they had 2 safeties, those are covered too. And both of them took that step forward instead of back on the snap, and that allowed the tight end to get free. And if you can dump it over the top of his hands, luckily for the Bulldogs, Hill is fast enough, and he will never quit on a play, that guy. Not that the other ones would, but I'll tell you right now, he could be 40 yards away, other side of the field on a broken play. And
there's a flag on the play there as they tried to go for the QB sneak, and that's going to back them up with a false start on 4th down. That is the opposite of what you want to see, and it looked like they were going to make the first down there on that quarterback sneak. That is not what you want to see for the Chariho Chargers, and now it is 4th down and about 6 or 9 rather, about 9 on the 4th down because it was 3 and 4, I believe. And that is, this offense for the Chargers looks very similar to what we ran back in the early 2000s with Coach Bruce Fazzaro.
He told me, Coach Meyer told me, Greg, you know the offense is as good as my team.
Yeah, well, so the Chargers on offense, this is the only thing that we ever did, and when we did throw a pass back on that in that 2002 season where we made the playoffs for the first time ever in school history. It was our quarterback Buddy Dean throwing it out.
Corner and intercepted by the Bulldogs down in the end zone. I hope. Uh-oh, no. Great that they picked it off, but the reality is they're down inside the one. And yes, you're absolutely right. And I forgot what exactly.
We saw a game. We saw a play just like that last night in Stonington, where Stonington picked off a pass from Killingly, but they did it in their own 3-yard line, and it was like you would, you would have been better off not doing that in that situation. But regardless, the Bulldogs now have the ball.
And again, what's your approach on D? They're running one over the top to try to run man-to-man. So they're going to run a 5-man front. They're worried about Hill right now. Husero, if he gets blocking, can tear this defense up. Look at the open field. I'm pointing on my computer like you can see it. Oh, my God. And they go the run play, and he can't get out of his own way. He lost a couple.
Chariho has always prided itself on being a smash mouth team, being a team that will not let you run up the middle. I was a nose guard for the Chargers. Unfortunately, we played a 4-3 defense, so on varsity, so I didn't get much playing time in that. But it was here we go.
Chargers addressing 20. Oh, got him! Bang! He doesn't miss the biscuit in the basket. Landon Husero, give me the number. That's Danny Cummings. Coming off an undefeated Super Bowl win, Pee-wee Daniel Cummings. Landon Husero finds him. That young man's never going to miss a shot like that. Bulldogs, boom. And now that is a demoralizing hit for the Chargers. But like I said, I would not want to be the defensive coordinator against this Bulldog team. What do you do? What do you do? How do you stop Landon when you got Hill? How do you stop Hill when you got Landon? Oh, this is going to be fun. Passing is always fun, but it's a lot more fun when you got a quarterback who drops it on a dime. Didn't even slow him down. Caught it right on his back hip. Freshman, by the way.
And they're going for 2 again. Westerly definitely does not have a kicker at this point. I will make a definitive statement. They dropped it. And
yeah, this is bad. That's not bad today, but it'll bite you right in the butt at some point this year. They got.
So again, Again, we have a traditional football score.
We have back to the regular old 28-0. So the Bulldogs, after today, let me see, that's Chariho. That's what's over here. So after today, we're going to be there next Friday in Westerly. They're playing East Providence, which, all right, let me look up on my wall. I taped the division. East Providence is a Division II team. They were 6-1 in Division III last year. So they got bumped up, and that'll be a league game. Again, I don't really know what league and non-league matters. A league championship, just to throw another banner up, I guess, because it all comes down to points. South Kingstown, like I said, after their round robin, which it was a waste of time, but they got up in the Bulldog stands. They sat there like gentlemen. They really did, like troopers, and watched the teams play and studied them. So they're going to be a nemesis this year. They've always kind of been a Bulldog nemesis back to the days that I played. Mount Pleasant came down from that Power 4 thing. I don't think that matters. The Bulldogs are 2-0, great coverage against those Power 4 teams. Coventry's up from Division 3. Lincoln's up. South Kingstown remains. Tolman bumped up from Division 3. Shea, Westerly, and then Woonsocket is also, they're all in Division 2. So that's your division.
No, we only have one.
And Greg, I'm really excited to watch the Chargers play the rest of this year as well. They were 1-10 last year. Again, their only saving grace last season, their only win was on Thanksgiving Day in East Greenwich, and it's going to be a better year, I think, for the Chargers. Seeing the way that they have played so far against the Bulldogs, again, they're playing up a division, and they're playing against a team that is one of the favorites in Division II right now, with an offense like nobody's ever seen here in Westerly. So the fact that the Chargers have been hanging in, I know that the score is 28-0, but we've seen a lot of bright spots for the Chargers tonight, and I think that they're going to have a good year ahead as well.
Oh, yeah, there'll definitely be fighters here throughout this whole thing. It's a long half because a little bit of sloppiness included. Season opener, I consider. Everyone considers it. We're only in the second quarter. The Bulldogs got 28, so, I mean, that's a little reminiscent of last night. You have to figure out something. The Bulldogs wouldn't continue to throw. Showing up blitzer up the middle, they're going with it. And following his guard, nothing there. Again, they tried to run a little trap inside the tackle. Bulldogs slanted the defensive line to that side and forget about it. They should be called, I don't know, call them the Silverbacks or something, because they're big boys. So we got 3rd down and 20. Looks like. Not sure what the delay is, folks.
Westerly called a quick timeout.
Greg, you talked about this Bulldogs team being a young team. We've seen contributions tonight from freshmen, from sophomores, touchdowns from both freshmen and sophomores. A lot of, everybody is firing. Well, they're revving up their engines to start firing on all cylinders, and it's going to be impressive. But right now, Chariho with a pretty solid run right there.
I mean, I will say that next year, the loss of Andre Adams, Michael Poole, you're looking at Terrell Hill, those are all losses that are going to affect the team pretty. But they have young talent that's going to slide in and do great. They really do. Right now, Wesley is running. They're kind of in the groove from the middle school up, and talent just right now is flowing through. The teams aren't going to be down. It's a rebuilding season for another 3 years.
And Greg, we don't usually do this, but on Monday, these two teams, the JV squads for these two teams will face off again in Westerly. And we're going to call that game at, I believe, 4:30 on Monday.
Yeah, that's the time. That's why I thought the time was today, Ben. I was looking at that game. I wrote it down on my fridge. So I sat down, folks, at 4 o'clock waiting. I'm like, where is everybody? I'm like, I was thinking everyone's took a nap. And no, that's the JV game. The JV team, besides your Allen Husero, your Daniel Cummings, who are already up at the varsity level, they won't be playing. Any other freshmen contributing to varsity can't play. But that's your undefeated Pee Wee team, and it's going to be fun to watch them as they develop. But like I said, they're going to be weapons quickly.
I played in the first ever, I believe the first ever Westerly Chariho football game, which was a JV scrimmage back in 2001 or 2002.
That's what I mean. You remember that. Memories. Landon, 5-step drop, steps into it. Far side, you got 2 men deep, and he's got him. Wow, you can't put it in a better spot. Holy smokes, number 9 for the Bulldogs, Caleb Williams. Man, oh man, what a throw and catch from Husero to Williams. Oh my gosh, he just ran a straight streak of posts and right over the top in stride. Man, I hope the rest of the division is watching this because this is going to be a problem. Because then you got Terrell Hill in the backfield. So now the defense is going to back up next possession and be careful for that. And that's going to create 8 yards of carry for Hill. Like I said, I am glad I'm not their defensive coordinator. That ball was put. You couldn't run behind him and just drop it over his shoulder in a better spot. And in this sophomore, man, did he step forward into that thing. He stepped into that through beautifully.
But it looks like it came back from a penalty.
Yeah, no, I see that, yeah. Not much of that. Probably a hold. But, man, that was a thing of beauty when he stepped up into it. Back the same idea. Some kind of a noise, and he's going deep again. A lot of different DeCarlos back there this time. Yep, the callback. This is that's one thing that Coach Spazzato, even though it's 28-0, he will definitely. That's the half, folks. So we are at the half, and the Bulldogs squander a little opportunity. Penalties, I will say, have been an issue for the Bulldogs. If anything's been an issue, it's been that. The score, however, is Westerly 28, Chariho nothing. We are at the half, and we're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back.
Mesquamaket Fall Fest at Mesquamaket State Beach is coming up September 13th, 14th, and 15th. Bring everyone. Bring the kids. Bring your grandparents and come on down. We've got rides. We have games. We have a Ferris wheel. We have main stage entertainment with great music all weekend long. We have a beer and wine tent. Nearly 100 vendors. Food, crafts, art. It's all here at the Mesquamaket Fall Fest. For more information, mesquamaketfestival.org.
Hi, this is Dan from Lathrop Insurance. In this challenging insurance environment, Lathrop Insurance can be your beacon in the storm to help you find the coverage you need at the right price. Now, more than ever, you need a partner in the insurance industry that can work with multiple carriers to make sure you have the right coverage at the right price. Lathrop Insurance carries home, auto, and business insurance and can be reached at 401-596-2525. We've been supporting the local community since 1939, and we look forward to working with you.
This is plugged in here, yeah. The volume. Yeah.
We'll start you over. We'll start you over. Take two. Well done.
Thank you, guys.
Hot summers and cold winters can be unbearable, but D&V Mechanical has the solution for you. As a Mitsubishi Diamond dealer, we provide energy-efficient and personalized comfort solutions for your home. Our experienced technicians will install your new system quickly and efficiently, ensuring your complete satisfaction. Don't suffer through another season of discomfort. Contact D&V Mechanical today for a personalized ductless mini-split installation that fits your lifestyle. D&V Mechanical, your comfort is our top priority.
Hi, I'm Chris Kozłowski, owner of Broadview Florist and Garden Center in Dunn's Corners. For over 40 years, our family-owned business has been your go-to destination for beautiful, custom-made floral arrangements. Whether it's a special event or just to brighten up your day, we create highest quality designs tailored just for you. Trust Broadview Florists to make every moment unforgettable. Visit us today or give us a call at 401-322-0390.
Guys, this is amazing. Let's give it up for the Chariho Charger right now, busting out a majority of the actual moves. Wow. The Chariho Charger, this mascot is working it right now. I love it. You love to see it. I love to see a good mascot. And the Chariho Charger right now is bringing it. And I hope that the herd is getting excited right now for the Chariho Charger. This is bringing me back literally to my days playing on this field. I think this song was like maybe a little bit, maybe like a year old when I was playing on this song. I'm not sure when exactly this came out, but that is sensational. I haven't seen on these streams so far in the past year, I haven't seen any great mascot play like this, and this is awesome. I love it. I'm talking over it right now to A, hype this mascot up, and B, so we don't get flagged for playing Bye 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 by Instinct with ambient noise. But you can tell that the herd is excited. Also, there's a lot of Chariho and Westerly fans there, as Westerly High School just a short drive away here from Chariho, and we will be back in just a second with the voice Greg Moreno and his breakdown of the first half.
Are you looking for a fresh cut in Westerly? Step into Rio's Barber Shop in Granite Plaza. Whether it's a classic trim or a trendy new look, we've got you covered. Experience the perfect cut for every age and style in a friendly and relaxed atmosphere. At Rio's, it's not just a haircut, it's an experience. Visit Rio's Barber Shop in the Granite Plaza in Westerly or give us a call to schedule your appointment at 401-315-2208. Your style, our craft, Rio's Barber Shop.
I am Jim Howe. My practice is focused on representing people injured in car accidents, representing people injured in premises liability, represent people in all walks of life. I say all the time that I represent the underdog, and by the underdog I mean the person who is injured and is facing lawyers that are hired by insurance companies. If you unfortunately find yourself injured in an automobile collision or in any other circumstance where insurance may come into play, think of giving me a call.
Experience local excellence with Roof Right Roofing in Charlestown, Rhode Island. With over 40 years of unmatched expertise, Roof Right specializes in architectural shingles and holds the prestigious title of GAF Master Elite Installers. Known for their commitment to the community and support for local initiatives, Roof Right is your trusted partner for all of your home's roofing needs. Call today for a free estimate at 401-212 4140.
Ever thought about leveling up your fitness game in a fun and meaningful way? Kiefer's Martial Arts on Granite Street has everything you're looking for. Kickboxing, Muay Thai, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and of course, adult karate. It's not just about getting fit, it's about building your self-confidence, discipline, and that unstoppable feeling you get from all your hard work. Stop into Kiefer's Martial Arts today to sign up.
What's going on, Westerly? It's Patrick down here at the Wireless Zone at Dunn's Corners, Verizon authorized retailer. And right now is the best time to come on in and get a brand new phone. We are offering our hottest new 5G phones, the iPhone 15, the S24 Pixel 8 for free with a trade-in. And the best part is 5G is finally coming down here to Westerly and the surrounding areas. So make sure you're on the best network and get it for free when you're on the right plan. Come see us at 224 Post Road.
Brunch has arrived at Surf Cantina every Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And don't miss our weekly specials like Monday Night Industry Night, Taco Tuesday with DJ Trivia, $1 Wing Wednesdays, Reggae Thursdays, DJs every weekend at 10 p.m. and karaoke on Sundays at 8. Only at Surf Cantina, 15 Canal Street in downtown Westerly.
Mesquamaket Fall Fest at Mesquamaket State Beach is coming up September 13th, 14th, and 15th. Bring everyone. Bring the kids. Bring your grandparents and come on down. We've got rides. We have games. We have a Ferris wheel. We have main stage entertainment with great music all weekend long. We have a beer and wine tent. Nearly 100 vendors. Food, crafts, art. It's all here at the Mesquamaket Fall Fest. For more information, mesquamaketfestival.org.
All right, guys, make sure you check out Mesquamaket Fall Fest. One of the best things about this game, maybe the only advantage besides obviously the mosquitoes and Chariho, one of the best advantages of moving this game up a little bit is the fact that everybody can go to Fall Fest tonight. The gates are open. They opened at 5 o'clock. Fall Fest is open in Mesquamaket, 5 to 11 tonight, 11 to 11 tomorrow, and 11 to 5. My name is Ben Barber. I am the lead announcer here on 321 Chariho, and I am with the man, the myth, the legend. He has been the Bulldogs lead announcer for about 5 years now, and he bleeds Bulldog blue more than anybody that I know. The incomparable Greg Morano, the voice of Westerly High School Sports.
How is it going? It was a nice halftime show with the cheerleaders. The Bulldogs, I'm going to be honest, they're winning 28-0. This is they're going to be nitpicked this year is a good way to say it. The little things are going to get picked apart because of their such high expectation. It wasn't a matter of all the flags being on them, but way too many flags in the first half. That was probably spoken of. There weren't many false starts, so that's a good thing. They weren't mental mistakes. A lot of holding and this and that, but so that's a good sign. But regardless, they want to minimize that. I mean, it's 28-0, but you still can correct things. Besides that, on the other side of the ball, what do you do? I don't think Chariho has the answer. I don't know who might. I know they got some tough opponents, Portsmouth included, South Kingstown included, but you got to respect Hill. But I mean, Husero is already a prolific name in the state of Rhode Island, so you can't definitely devote your defense to the run. Clearly, you have to favor the pass, and that might give Hill, number 5, a good 6, 7, 8 yards to carry.
Yeah, and I wonder if we'll see more of that in the second half. We had a great first half for the Bulldogs from Calvin Hill, from Cummings, number 12. Both of them had touchdowns that got called back in addition to their touchdowns that they scored. And then Terrell Hill has been great so far as well, although we haven't seen too much of him. And we haven't even really seen Husero to Husero yet. So, and we saw a great play with Caleb Williams.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a beautiful throw and catch.
And I believe that was the one actually that got called back.
Cummings is a phenom. I watched him do it all from power to elusiveness, spin moves to stiff arms to running a 70-yard touchdown run, and suddenly at the 20-yard line. turning it into a whole new gear and completely separating from the defense, like I've never seen before. And this is behind the line of scrimmage. Yeah, Chariho's offense is probably negative in yardage.
I don't know about that because they've had two big plays.
Yeah, if it weren't for pass plays.
They've had two big pass plays. Faulkner to Max Marshall, the junior Faulkner to the senior Max Marshall, number 7. Their wide receiver.
Running a base wing tee, you don't want those numbers, though. You want your run to set up the pass. And it's not happening. Wesley's opposite. They want their pass set up the run, and it's working beautifully.
And now that the sun is starting to set, Greg, you can see the lines on the field.
Oh my God, you're right. No offense, they could have done a little better. I do see. Oh, that's a hash mark. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's fully lined. It's just an angle. Not going to get, that's right there. That's Andre Adams' side. And the whole crew grabs him. But defensive front, like I said, they're a force. Let's see if they can play a cleaner second half. Less yellow flags. That's got to be the one thing harped on at the half was he wants a clean second half, guaranteed. There are things they'll work on during the week, but as far as tonight, I don't think they're scared of anything the Chargers can really do. It's not a great offense to be behind, even when I played with it. I mean, there's only so many pass plays, and you're obviously not built for them.
But if you're Coach Smaggio, and you know Coach Smaggio very well, what is he trying to do right now?
Try to complete a pass. They're short. Look at him. I mean, that's it. There's waggles. He runs a basic drag route, and you got one guy on a post and one guy on a corner. So I mean, it's your. Honestly, it's your. I don't play video games, but it used to be the prototypical video game play.
Yeah.
I mean, you hope to run the safety off with the post. You run the corner off with the out route, the drag route, and then you throw it to the corner, and it should be open. But I mean, down 28.
Yep.
And you got maybe 4 pass plays in the book.
And that was the sophomore Sawyer Mason, who plays running back, wide receiver, and defensive back, cornerback specifically for the Chargers.
Yeah, I have his name somewhere in my notes.
And that's going to be a punt. And they're going to get it to about the 48-yard line of the Chargers. You can even see the Chargers C now.
Yeah, it's crazy. I saw nothing, and then I can see everything. Yep. That is crazy. And I love
that great classic. I love that they still go with that. That classic Chicago Bears, the Chicago Bears style C, Cincinnati Reds, I believe, style C. Even though obviously we see the more modern, up on our scoreboard, we see the more modern Chariho. I've actually seen so many schools have adopted that specific logo, that sort of block letter with the Stonington Bears have done that as well.
Yep. Getting the D-line doing their thing. I mean, I'll tell you right now, Hughes' numbers would be even better if it wasn't for a couple holding calls. He has, he's been on the money. They just haven't run that many offensive plays.
Yeah, he had a 60, 70-yard touchdown that got called back at the end of the first half. But still 3 touchdowns today.
He does have 3, thank you. And under pressure, does he get rid of it? Yes, he does. Deep. Just out of the reach. Way to get rid of it. 3 touchdown passes. I'm going to get his official numbers from Coach Usero anyway. He told me he'd have them for me the morning after every game. I wish I could get inside their huddle because then I could have up-to-the-minute stats. Not inside their real huddle.
I know what you meant.
Right, people are probably thinking, what's this kid talking about? No, there's a program that they pay a lot of money for. It's fantastic. Unbelievable asset if I was in high school. So the Bulldogs got 1 to the near side, out of the gun, straight back, 3 steps, looks.
More pressure. That's going to be a sack.
And you see number 53. Clearly that was a missed block there.
By the way, Max Marshall, who has made the 2 big offensive plays for Chariho, just scored that sack. outside linebacker and wide receiver. The senior is having a big night despite the 28-0 deficit. Got to look for bright spots like that, Greg, when you're having a night like this for Chariho.
Bulldogs punting again, though. I mean, it still shows no quit on their day. Decent snap, kicks up. The beauty, fair catch. Lets it go, and that's where they'll get started.
Yeah, so what do you do if you're the Chargers and you seem to you can't run between the hashes, right? You can't run inside on this Westerly defense, and that run inside is what sets up your entire offense.
Yeah, you can't get down 28 with a basement to you. That's pretty much the key.
That was, like I said,
you can run a wing T.
Yeah.
Coach Mazzaro showed us on Saturday morning. They ran a 4 wide, 1 man in the backfield, and it was a buck sweep. 2 guards pulled. It was a sweep just like a wing T sweep, just out of the gun. You can run a guard trap out of the gun. It's a wing T play. It's just spread, but they're not piercing that D line by very much at all. Brayman on the stop there for the Bulldogs. Beautiful night for a game they got to open things up, I'll tell you that.
Absolutely. I saw Jay from XC Media Design outside of the wireless zone. Thank you to 2 of our sponsors there this afternoon, and he said he was going to go sweating.
He got his guy again. He got by the safety, but
and
he threw it way too late of a throw. Wait, they caught it.
He caught it. Oh, my goodness.
Number 7 again, right?
Wow.
Ryan Taylor. How did that happen? He was wide open for that entire rollout. I'm watching him, waiting for him to dump the ball. He waited like 4 steps too late. How that snuck through the Bulldogs' hands, I don't know. I mean, I literally fell in the guy's stomach.
I can't wait to call that all year long, Felkner to Marshall.
You got it. In an unconventional way. There were a couple Bulldogs. 2 of them could have picked that off.
It's also very interesting to me to see a wide receiver who also is an outside linebacker. Those are 2 things that don't, generally Max Marshall for the Chargers. Wide receiver who is also an outside linebacker, and we saw him with a great defensive play with the sack on Husero earlier. And, he has shown his speed and his power today. He's from what this says, he's 6'1", 175. And he,
they're way back there now.
Yeah, they are way back. But it is 1st and 10.
A little bit. Maybe a 2-yard gain. Again, it's not a throw-based offense. You don't have a lot of pass plays in it, period. Husero's got probably 4 or 5 plays he can choose from already as a sophomore on his wrist that can turn into 25 different plays or more, 100 different plays. And he knows how to place. You'll see him go talk to 1 receiver, 2 receivers. That's different hot routes he's creating a play. When you got an IQ like that on the field, leading the way, let's see him do some stuff. And I'll tell you what, the offensive line looks nice to me. I mean, they've kept him upright, and that's the key, clearly. We got 6:13. Is this what quarter are we in?
We are in the 3rd quarter, Greg.
Right.
Yes,
I
third.
remember the halftime show. Yeah, right.
3rd quarter. So the Chargers trying to mount something of an offense here.
Well, second half shutout so far. I mean, yeah, they're going to try, but I don't know how they've got behind the safety twice like they did. The Bulldogs there's some things the Bulldogs need to look at. There's no doubt. They're playing down in division. There's some you can't have this many flags, A. B, there's been some success on Chariho's part, not much. But the mental mistakes, the flags, they got to stop once they up their opponent. There's no question about that. and their safety play. I mean, you're a safety means you're the safety valve. Nobody can get behind you. And we've watched it happen 3 times, I think. They connected twice and didn't once.
And the player that was down seems to have made it off of the field, which is good news. I'm not sure if that was a Westerly or Chariho player. And thank you to our fantastic camera operator, Andrew Onick, for showing us the scoreboard during that. And it was a Chariho player who is leaving off of his own volition right now. And we just want to say that we wish him the best.
This is a little like I expected. It's bogged down a little bit for the Bulldogs. I mean, they scored in a bunch, and then just little things. They're not really in a flow, but they have stopped the Chariho flow. 2 pulls and guards. That's a buck sweep. They call that a 5-42 exactly. 5 meaning straight run play. 4 is the running back. That's the 2 hole, which is on the far right. You follow your 2 guards. The Westerly defensive line slanted that way, blew it all up. But the Bulldogs run the same play out of 4 wide with 1 back in the backfield. They pull their 2 guards right around the corner. They just showed us on the morning show. And they do the same thing, but they do it from a spread offense, and you'd never think it's going to happen.
I believe when I played for the Chargers, it felt like every single offensive play was just a 4-4, just a halfback up the middle every single time.
Smash somebody.
Yeah, and I remember Coach Bruce Fazzaro, who was the coach in the 70s, by the way. So the Chargers had a football team in the 70s for a little while, and then they didn't have a football team again until the late 90s. And Coach Bruce Fazzaro was the coach in the 70s and then came back and coached in the late 90s and early 2000s when I played for the Chargers. And yeah, his philosophy to us that I will never forget is there's 4 downs. Your job as an offensive line is to push the other guys forward 3 yards. If you do that every time, that's 12 yards. We'll win. And
again, they try a trap play. Not has Bulldog D line is good. They're gonna be a big saving grace of this team. I do expect better play out of the safeties. Those are 2 glaring mistakes that. If they do make those mistakes against your Portsmouth or your South Kingstowns, that's 3 touchdowns. That's 14 more points, 21 more points. I mean, so that's something they have to clear up. I worry less about open spots in the middle or this little spot on the outside. I worry less about those being open than I do how to 3 times your safety not see them. See, they roll to the short side, and holy smokes.
There was a pack of Bulldogs that just took down Felker.
That's Michael Poole and Andre Adams and Calvin Hill. The host of them, boy, let me tell you. And I love it that Michael Poole's playing football. He wanted to play football. He loves football. I guarantee every baseball recruit in the country begged him not to play football, and he didn't care. He wants to play. This is his childhood, and he's going through, and he's playing his game, and I really give him kudos for that. And I guarantee the coaches do too, because he's definitely an asset on their line. I'm not sure where he's going. He's a phenom pitcher. Can't wait to watch him again this year. He's helped lead the Bulldogs baseball team to 2 state championships in 3 years when there was a 30-year gap for one. And he's got 1 more year to go, so it's crazy. It's going to be fun. And pass play deep. Anyone's ball, no one's ball. Out of bounds it goes. See, now you're seeing over the top. And see those safeties? That's what it's supposed to be. No one behind them. But you can run a cover 3 now with 3. You can do whatever you want. Start to cloud your defensive backs with a 28-0 lead. And we're probably nearing the end of quarter number 3 where nothing's happened. Nobody's scored. Nobody's gotten in the red zone. It's been a pretty vanilla quarter. Bulldogs have cleaned up a little bit flag-wise. Set up the punt. Oh, is there a Bulldog back?
Taylor back to punt for the Chargers. Farrell back for the Bulldogs to receive.
Hill back, number 5. You can break it at any point. Down 28, a fake here is not out of the question. It's the worst that happens. High snap. Still gets it off. Nice job. Beauty. Where's the mark? I don't know, but either way, that was a nice punt. Yeah, 3-minute mark, 3.5 to go, folks. Quarter number 3, it's all Bulldogs. It's 28-0. It's not the best performance ever, but it's first game of the season, folks. The Bulldogs are super excited. I am the voice, Greg Morano. We got Ben Barber alongside, producer, owner. We got Dave DeAngelis doing all the behind-the-scenes stuff for us on the graphics and everything, producer, owner. And we got Andrew, our intern, with the camera, doing a fantastic job. We are 321 Media. And Ben and crew, now we cover Chariho, Stonington, Westerly. It's a blast is what it is, and this Bulldog team is going to be fun. Rolling, nope, the handoff right up to shoot, still on his feet.
Oh,
Hill
wow.
breaks to the outside, down he goes. Nice job tackling there. Still a pretty good game for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs in no rush now. You got a 4-touchdown lead, but that doesn't mean you're not going to try to score. Yeah, I think that they've been stymied in the third quarter, essentially.
Greg, I have one correction for you on the whole rundown. Andrew is not one of our interns. Andrew is a full-on member of the 321 team.
Oh, man, all right, awesome. Apologize, Andrew. Welcome to the club. And a quick throw to the far side, a little screen, had a nice block out there, and he's still on his feet. Turned the corner, got a first down and more. Nice job blocking on the outside. Was it yesterday? We kept seeing the wide receiver screen. Where was I watching? I'm not sure, but the Stonington game. They kept trying that wide receiver screen, but they couldn't get that one block on the end. And that's what the Bulldogs got there and were able to move the sticks. Because that screen requires one block by a receiver. And they got too many guys. There should be a flag down at the line, but he clearly wasn't off the field. I don't even know if they saw it. Yeah, they did. There's a flag right over there. So that's 12 men.
Nope, that's going to be a holding play against the Bulldogs.
I can hear the Stonington coaches counting, too, when they counted to 12. And you're right. It's not in the area that 12th player was. He didn't go off the field. So a little break for the Chargers. 10 yards.
And it will be very interesting, a very interesting matchup to see where the Bulldogs and the Bears are come Thanksgiving. We will definitely be keeping an eye on both teams as we get to cover all of their home games.
Quick throw to the far side. That ain't gonna do
Nope,
it.
and that's going to be incomplete. Great play there by the defensive back from the Chargers. And they're not giving up. You know, it's the end of the third quarter. End of the third quarter here, and the Chargers, despite the score, not giving up here on their home turf. And it's a friendly rivalry, like you said. Westerly and Chariho doesn't have the heatedness of the Westerly Stonington rivalry.
Wide open area, steps, throws, flings it. There's a safety back. And did he get him? He got him. Holy smokes. Daniel Cummings makes the catch again. Husero to Cummings. He's a freshman, folks. Sophomore to freshman, phenom to phenom. And bang, after a huge penalty, the Bulldogs strike. There's your replay. And that was off his back foot. He just flipped that ball that far. Incredible. And the freshman, Cummings, two defenders, doesn't care, reaches over him and makes the grab. He was doing magical things last year in his Pee Wee Super Bowl run. He was ready last year for this level, and he's showing it today, number 12, Daniel Cummings. But it starts with the arm of Husero. How do you throw that in the pocket like he did? Well, he just flipped it with his wrist, dropped it right in the spot, and the Bulldogs answer.
And that was on the run, too. He was moving.
Ooh. There's nothing about not getting excited here. A little too far, a little too much, and that's no good. But the score now, Bulldogs 34. Chariho trying to get on the board. Third quarter creeping to an end now, and now you're going to get to the point where the Chargers want this thing over with. Do they have lights?
They do have lights, yep.
All right.
They do have lights. And that is 4 touchdowns for Husero today.
2 to Cummings, and I'm not sure the rest.
The one to Williams, I believe, got called back. He had Calvin Hill for one. Calvin Hill caught 2 touchdowns. One of them got called back. So we know that 2 of them are to Cummings and one of them is to Calvin Hill. I'm not 100% sure. It might be 3 to Cummings, honestly.
Where do you read the newspapers this week in the state, the Providence Journal, so after Westerly finishes, if Westerly does with a 42-49-0 win, and Houston flips. We already got 5 touchdowns in game 1. He's backed up every article I have in this 3-ring binder I bought, and I haven't read them all. I want to spread it out. It makes it more fun than me give you guys everything in the first week. But I have a binder that is sectioned. He is a section, folks, and he has to be. It's just the way it is.
And we have another Charger down right now.
Yeah.
You know, Greg, I ran into talking about the phenomenal play on offense and defense tonight for Calvin Hill III, sophomore, number 21, plays tight end and linebacker. I ran into his dad at Rio's barbershop a couple days before school started. His dad is one of the engineers over at WBLQ, and also I want to give a huge shout out to Ken Collins, who is a legend here in Westerly and is still in the booth for WBLQ. And he is actually in the booth right there at Chariho next to Andrew tonight, calling his grandson's game. His grandson, one of the coaches for Chariho. So shout out to Ken Collins. And we hope that the Chariho player is all right. We hear him getting a round of applause, making it off the field. You never want to see an injury ever. And especially you never want to see an injury in a blowout.
So at this point in Landon Husserl's extremely young career, he now has 27 touchdown passes and then 2 rushing. And he's not even one complete game into his sophomore season. He could throw for over 100, which is not even realistic, but it's realistic. You know what I mean? Like, really, that could happen. And it's some incredible stuff. Defenses, I mean, that play was kind of covered. You know what I mean? It was required a good grab by Cummings, but those are the little things that I'm impressed, because those are what really put the ring on your finger at the end of the year.
Up by number 9, Caleb Williams.
And now next time they get the ball, you pump it to Hill, because they're going to back up. So that doesn't happen again. To Cummings on a deep route or to anybody on a deep route. And then Hill's going to chop off 8 yards.
Caleb Williams had the play there on defense, had the touchdown called back at the end of the first half on offense. Let's see what Faulkner can do. They're going to hand it off.
Williams actually listed as a backup quarterback. Sophomore.
Met by number 52, Andre Adams. It's going to be 3rd and 9.
So the Bulldogs don't have to do much defensively as far as crashing and going after the quarterback. I mean, you want to leave your DBs a little bit back. It's 3rd and 10 as they step them up. Only 1 wide for Chariho, and the Bulldogs in every gap on the run to the near side, throws out of bounds. You notice the similarity between every pass play that they have is it's a rollout. That's the horn. We got 3 in the books. Bulldogs add, what they add? 6 from halftime. It is now 34 for the Dogs. Chariho looking to get on the board. We got 1 more quarter to go on season opening action, folks. We will be right back.
Mesquamaket Fall Fest at Mesquamaket State Beach is coming up September 13th, 14th, and 15th. Bring everyone. Bring the kids. Bring your grandparents and come on down. We've got rides. We have games. We have a Ferris wheel. We have main stage entertainment with great music all weekend long. We have a beer and wine tent. Nearly 100 vendors. Food, crafts, art. It's all here at the Mesquamaket Fall Fest. For more information, Mesquamaket Festival.
Experience local excellence with Roof Right Roofing in Charlestown, Rhode Island. With over 40 years of unmatched expertise, Roof Right specializes in architectural shingles and holds the prestigious title of GAF Master Elite Installers. Known for their commitment to the community and support for local initiatives, Roof Right is your trusted partner for all of your home's roofing needs. Call today for a free estimate at 401-212-4140.
And we are back live here. One more quarter to go. All Bulldogs here now. Probably start to see a few new faces. Again, one wide for the Chargers. Set the punt. Got the snap, kick. Out of bounds again. A lot of kicks out of bounds today. Bulldogs will have it right around midfield. I see that C on the marker. And Bulldogs look to add. Why would, yeah, 1st and 10 right at midfield.
First and 10 for the Bulldogs from the 50-yard line.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. Hugh at quarterback, one wide receiver near side, one back in the backfield. And he gives the Hill near side, follows his blocker, cuts straight up the shoot, off the hash, gets to the outside, turns on the Jets, and into the end zone he's going to go. Speeding up the entire way, bang, just like that. Punt, touchdown Bulldogs, and they have added to their lead in 30 seconds into the fourth quarter. There's your replay, folks. That is Terrell Hill, number 5. He is your back, and what do? They drop back to take care of that pass play, and then he is going to strike. He's going to hit you. The Bulldogs will be able to put some teams in some good, tough situations this year. And again, now they just add to their number.
You know, at this point, I feel like I would just run out anybody as a place kicker and just see how they do.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with you there. Nice job there, number 40. My headlamp burned out.
And it is 42-0.
Nice debut so far here in the 2024 campaign, I got to be honest. We have seen 2 games that were not close in any way. One in our favor as a company and one not.
Well, Greg, a little bit of a correction there because we do cover Chariho and Westerly here.
Oh,
so in this game, we have seen a game that has gone in our favor and not in our favor. This was yeah, exactly. So yeah, we knew that it was going to be a tough one for Chariho going into this. They're playing up a division. They are playing one of the most high-powered offenses in Division 2. They are playing against a phenom of a quarterback who has scored 4 touchdowns against them today. It was always going to be a difficult one, and
if they clean up the penalties, which they will, this is week 1. Look at the coverage, even the special teams. He's still on his feet. Oh my Lord! Nice
Cortella.
He is off.
Oh my goodness!
Speeding up.
And that is Nate Cortella for the Chargers.
No flag and boom, no quit. Chargers answer. Look at that.
And he fumbled at the beginning. He fumbled.
That's how he got free? Is that what it was? I didn't know how he got out of there.
He turned that from a fumble into a touchdown.
And
he was their biggest bright spot. He was their biggest.
If you fumble, you can't advance it. That's what I bet you they're talking about that. You can't advance your own fumble, otherwise, like running backs would throw it forward. But that's not what they're doing. So that's something else. It was forced out. And what a play for the Chargers.
I don't know if he fumbled it or he just never. It was a bumble on the. It was a bumble on the kickoff. So it wasn't a. Yeah, it wasn't a traditional fumble. He just bumbled the initial.
Either way, it was exciting.
Catch.
That's what I love about this stuff right here. And special teams had a couple tough spots, and we saw in our first look at the Bulldogs. But this is a team that, like I said, if they clean up their little mistakes that was in the middle of it, as they gave up a touchdown for a kickoff return, that's another thing they clean up. They can offensively and defensively, they could play with any Division I team. So that's why their goal is legit a Division II state title or bust. They want to run 3 in a row. Is what they want to run. And the junior and senior Pee Wee teams are both undefeated. The senior Pee Wee team hasn't lost a game since 2022. They were Super Bowl champs last year, and they're 5-0 this year. And all those guys are coming up. They got a load of linemen coming up that are good. So they got a lot of talent coming through.
And there's going to be a timeout here, it appears, while they think over how they are going to run this 2-point conversion. So we will take a quick break and let you guys know a little bit about Mesquamaket Beach Fall Fest.
Mesquamaket Fall Fest at Mesquamaket State Beach is coming up September 13th, 14th, and 15th. Bring everyone. Bring the kids. Bring your grandparents and come on down. We've got rides. We have games. We have a Ferris wheel. We have main stage entertainment with great music all weekend long. We have a beer and wine tent. Nearly 100 vendors. Food, crafts, art. It's all here at the Mesquamaket Fall Fest. For more information, mesquamaketfestival.org.
Welcome back, everybody. We are 321 Media bringing you the Bulldogs Chargers opener. All Bulldogs, as you can see on the scoreboard here. There's been a lot of talk about this Bulldog squad all over the state, all in the preseason. They are a spotlighted squad like I have never seen since I've been announcing, and that is obviously due to their quarterback, Landon Husero, who has not disappointed tonight. Neither has freshman Daniel Cummings. Neither has Terrell Hill, their senior captain, their senior leader in the backfield. And the offensive line has done their job. So it's been a complete package. Mistakes-wise, too many flags, and that one special teams mistake. Those are going to be things that they're going to correct, obviously. But, man, oh, man, we're going to have a fun season, Ben.
Absolutely. And you just saw a bright spot from Chariho from the I had circled him on my roster. It does help that I know him and his family a little bit as well. Nate Cortella, number 10 for Chariho. He had a couple great runs in the injury fund game in what was a rough night for Chariho against South Kingstown. And he is responsible for their lone points on the board today after a tremendous 90-plus yard kickoff return for a touchdown. He turned a bumbled kickoff into a score, and great job by the special teams there for Chariho. So that is something that they can stick a feather in their cap for tonight. A good bright spot, and shout out to the whole Cortella family who are watching, I'm sure, in the stands or at home. So that was a fantastic job. And now the Bulldogs go back to work.
Got it on the fly. They were trying to do a little squib kick there. So decent field position to start around the 35. Are we in the fourth, Ben? I lose track of things.
We are, I believe we are in the fourth. Yes, we are in the fourth.
Sides,
yep.
Right? Yeah, right, yeah.
Thank you, Dave. We are in the fourth because they switched sides, and they also, we heard the whistle.
Or
the horn, rather. And this is better. This is under the lights at Chariho. Looks much, much better than with the sun in our eyes. So we're going to be looking forward to when the games start at 7 here at Chariho a little bit later in the season after we have our first frost, I'm sure. And Landon Husero. Now, what do you think is going to happen here? Obviously, right now it looks like they're going to set up for a pass.
Based on the defense, yeah. If they give him the run, he'll give off the run. It's up to him. He's got that much responsibility, or not. Well, yes, responsibility, but freedom as well. So he's going to wait, and he's going to read the defense, and he's going to decide, and let him know, which is a beautiful thing that you can put that on your quarterback's shoulders. You don't see him running to the sidelines between every play.
And I believe that we have a running clock. Dave just said, so we will have a running clock here for the fourth quarter, which makes sense with a 42-6 game.
And you gave it to him right up the shoot, and that's a tough 5-6 yards. Oh no, actually, that's only about one. They are setting up for third and about 4.
Bulldogs hand off to number 8, Farrell.
So yeah,
And
they made some subs.
Yep, that was Sam Farrell, the sophomore.
Ronnie, all class. Coach Smadjo coached Ronnie as well. Ronnie was on my team as well. Coach Spazzato, I should say, sorry. Coach Spazzato was coached by Coach Smadjo. This is the second time that he's faced a former coach, he told me. Which got its own, emotionally probably has its own dynamics, probably different. And here he's showing the class of it all. They're not going deep down the field. They're not trying to hit 68, you know what I mean? Like, and that's what I kind of like about this. I like about him, and I like the way Houston was playing control in the pace.
Absolutely, and that was Houston trying to connect to Tyler Brayman over there.
Just for a first down, yeah, a simple out route. I mean, I don't see him fine. If you see someone open way down the field, you got to throw the ball to him. But I think they're going to shrink down their offense a little bit now. You don't want to show next week's opponent too much if you don't have to, and that's what they do right there. Still on his feet, and just your basic.
Dragged down by number 8, Jackson Trudell.
Off his left tackle. Number 8 again.
And that was number 8 to number 8. Sam Farrell got tackled by number 8 for Chariho, who I do not have on my roster.
Oh yeah, tune in on Monday sometime.
Monday at 4:30 we will be doing the JV game, yeah.
Those are the Pee Wee guys I keep referring to, other than the couple that are up here. Alan Husero and Daniel Cummings and a couple others. That'll be their squad essentially this year.
And I believe, Greg, you'll be up in the booth for that game.
Oh, I'll be up in the booth for a home game, yeah. Stopped after about a 3-yard game. Not a bad job of the D-line. You're right. No quitting this Charger team. I give them credit. Absolutely. I mean, we're under 2 minutes already. That was a fast fourth, folks, so I'm not wrapping up now, but I'll give a little synopsis. It's been good and it's been okay. Too many flags. They'll work on that. Besides that, man, the potential of this offense is crazy. You got to agree, right?
Yeah, absolutely. The potential for the Bulldogs offense is incredible. It's exactly what we thought. And, they're a team that's built for turf, so I don't want to imagine what this game would have looked like under the lights at Sal Algieri Field. But this Chargers team is tough, and they're facing an incredibly young. They're young. They were facing an incredibly tough defense today. Could not get the ball up the middle to set up the rest of their offense. They had some great long plays on that rollout from their quarterback to their senior wide receiver, Marshall. And obviously the run back by Quaratella. They've had some good moments on defense. This game could have been a lot worse for the Chargers. And I hate to say that, but it could have been.
Yeah, I got to be honest. They would have used Hughes's arm more if they needed to, and the Bulldogs around the corner, up the sideline, barrel in his way, and out of bounds. They could have used him more, and his stats would have been higher and higher. He's going to end the game with 4 more touchdown passes in the first game of his sophomore season. I mean, it doesn't occur this way, but if you went down the line, that's 44 in a season. You know what I mean? So this is just adds to the excitement because there's a few things that need to be cleaned up, and they will be, and they're going to be just better. And that's it. This one's in the books. Game 1. Is it?
Congratulations to both teams.
Yes, sir.
Yes, it is.
Well, it was a great game by the Bulldogs. Open up. There's good. There's okay. They'll work on the okay. But for me, it was fun, and I am even more excited, Ben, about this season moving forward. And we'll talk more about that myself anyway. Tomorrow morning, tune in at 9 a.m., and we'll have all sorts of thoughts. We'll have Coach Spazzato. We'll have Jay Bradford doing all Pee Wee. We'll have Coach Leslie from the boys soccer squad. And that's it for me. So I'm signing off. Ben, you can finish it.
Absolutely, and I want to give a huge shout out to the Chariho Chargers. They never gave up today when it was 42-0. They still found a way. Their whole team came together to block on that special teams, which allowed Nate Quartella to put some points on the board. Full of Charger pride tonight. For me personally, it was an honor to be able to call a football game for the Chariho Chargers. I have worn the pads for them. That means the world to me. They were 1-10 last season. They're a young team. It's a rebuilding team. But they are looking for a better year. And honestly, from what I saw tonight, I think that they're going to be able to get it. They were playing one of the toughest teams in Division II as a Division III team. And it was a tough night to be a Charger, but it was a good night to be a Charger because you had a lot of positives to look forward to, and you had a lot of things where you can really navigate where you made mistakes and what you can do to shore up your defense or find some additional things on offense. And I am sure that we will end up talking to Coach Samaggio in the future on Sports Talk. Greg and Coach have a wonderful relationship, and I can't wait to see these two teams again next year. And I can't wait to see how the Chargers play for the rest of the school year here. You'll hear a lot more about the Bulldogs tomorrow morning from Greg on Sports Talk. Bulldogs absolutely fantastic, dominant. They also had a bunch of stuff that they need to work on, and they will. Both of these teams are going to get better than they were tonight. That's the whole point of the season, and that's why we're going to be covering all of it here on 321 Chariho and 321 Westerly. We're also going to be covering the boys and girls over in Stonington for the Stonington Bears. I'm excited about it. Greg, thank you so much to the voice, Greg Morano, the voice of Westerly Sports, for joining us tonight. Thank you so much to Dave DeAngelis, our director. Thank you to Andrew Onick, the eyes behind the lens over there in Chariho. And huge shout out also to Jacob Aruda, our other Chariho commentator, who will normally be with me on these games, as Greg will be calling the Westerly games. I want to say a huge thank you to Lisa Ornberg, our camera operator, who will be giving you all of the Westerly games coming up. And it's a fantastic feeling. It's a great team over here. And my God, I love looking out at these lights at Chariho in Wood River Junction. It feels like home, and that is really spectacular. So thank you guys. Thank you, Chariho. Thank you to Justin Cahoon for allowing us to do this. And it's going to be a great season ahead for 321 and for all three of these teams. Good night, everybody. Bye for now. Experience local excellence with Roof Right Roofing in Charlestown, Rhode Island. With over 40 years of unmatched expertise, Roof Right specializes in architectural shingles and holds the prestigious title of GAF Master Elite Installers. Known for their commitment to the community and support for local initiatives, Roof Right is your trusted partner for all of your home's roofing needs. Call today for a free estimate at 401-212-4140.
Hi, this is Dan from Lathrop Insurance. In this challenging insurance environment, Lathrop Insurance can be your beacon in the storm to help you find the coverage you need at the right price. Now, more than ever, you need a partner in the insurance industry that can work with multiple carriers to make sure you have the right coverage at the right price. Lathrop Insurance carries home, auto, and business insurance and can be reached at 401-596-2525. We've been supporting the local community since 1939, and we look forward to working with you.
Hot summers and cold winters can be unbearable, but D&V Mechanical has the solution for you. As a Mitsubishi Diamond dealer, we provide energy-efficient and personalized comfort solutions for your home. Our experienced technicians will install your new system quickly and efficiently, ensuring your complete satisfaction. Don't suffer through another season of discomfort. Contact D&V Mechanical today for a personalized ductless mini-split installation that fits your lifestyle. D&V Mechanical, your comfort is our top priority.
What's going on, Westerly? It's Patrick down here at the Wireless Zone at Dunn's Corners, Verizon authorized retailer. And right now is the best time to come on in and get a brand new phone. We are offering our hottest new 5G phones, the iPhone 15, the S24 Pixel 8 for free with a trade-in. And the best part is 5G is finally coming down here to Westerly and the surrounding areas. So make sure you're on the best network and get it for free when you're on the right plan. Come see us at 224 Post Road.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you with your money? Hi, I'm Chris Medeiros from Park Row Wealth Advisors, aka the Tattooed Advisor. I help small business owners maximize their cash flow and keep more of their own money, as well as helping families plan for their financial future. Don't waste another day worrying about your money. Give me a call today.
Mesquamaket Fall Fest at Mesquamaket State Beach is coming up September 13th, 14th, and 15th. Bring everyone. Bring the kids. Bring your grandparents and come on down. We've got rides. We have games. We have a Ferris wheel. We have main stage entertainment with great music all weekend long. We have a beer and wine tent. Nearly 100 vendors. Food, crafts, art. It's all here at the Mesquamaket Fall Fest. For more information, MesquamaKidFestival.org.